Hello and welcome to Finance RM. This lesson will be about budgeting. Don't forget to drop a like to the video and subscribe to the channel. So, what is budgeting? Budgeting is the process of designing a plan for your money, rooted in your priorities, values, and goals. It's more than just numbers, it's how you decide what your life will look financially. A budget gives purpose to every penny, reveals wasteful spending. It reframes financial freedom, aligns habits with goals, protects against debt, makes dreams achievable. The core components of a budget include the income, which is the net money from all sources, the fixed expenses, which is the predictable monthly costs, such as rent, variable expenses, which change monthly, such as groceries or fuel, irregular expenses, which are non monthly, like annual gifts or tuition, savings and debts repayment, which include emergency funds or investments or loan payments, financial goals, both long term and short term, and the buffer zone for miscellaneous category for unexpected things. And why do people usually fail to budget? It's because they fear the facing of reality and believe that it's restrictive or boring, and that it's impulsive driven and lacks of financial education, and it's a belief that budgeting is only for poor people, whilst actually it's freedom in disguise. And when you don't tell your money where to go, you wonder where it went. So, a step-by-step detailed guide on how to create a successful budget. Step 1. Calculate your net income, which is your real take-home pay. Your sources of income include your job salary, freelancing or side hustles, government benefits, child support, investment dividends, rental income, and tips or bonuses. Average your variable income over 3 to 6 months if it fluctuates. Step 2. Audit past spending. Look at your bank statements, credit card usage, mobile wallet apps, and receipts and invoices, and categorize everything, every single thing. Use apps or Excel or even just pen and paper. Step 3. Define your financial goals. Break goals into short term, which is up to 12 months, such as, let's say you want to save a $10,000 emergency fund. A medium term, which would be 1 to 3 years, let's say buy a car or move out of your current place. And long term, which is 3+ years, would be something such as retirement, business, or a new home. Each goal should be specific, measurable, and time bound. Step 4. Choose a budgeting method. Choose the one that best fits your personality and lifestyle. So firstly, a zero-based budget, which means that every single thing has a job. So if your income was $10,000, you'd put $3,000 into rent, let's say $1,000 into groceries, $500 into fuel, $500 into internet, $2,000 into savings, $1,000 in loan repayment, $500 in fun, and $500 in an emergency buffer. Another option is the 50-30-20 rule. As we have spoken before, it's quite beginner friendly and split income with 50% on your needs, 30% on your wants, and 20% on your savings and debt. It's simple to implement and adjustable by the lifestyle. The next is envelope budgeting. Use physical cash for categories like food or transport, and it's great for people who like to impulse spend and who overspend digitally. Next, pay yourself first. Automate savings first, then live off what's left. Let's say save 20% and then spend 80%. Then lastly, the 60-20-20 method, which would mean 60% you have in your committed expenses, things you know you are going to be spending on. 20% on your savings. Keep it that the base minimum is 20 and should be even more. And 20% on wants. It's more flexible than the 50-30-20, and it's for higher earners and a bit higher spenders. Step 5. Build your budget sheet. Use tools like apps, notebooks, and sheets, and include things such as categories, budgeted amount, the actual amount spent, the difference, and your notes. Step 6, automate and optimize. Auto transfer to savings and investments. Auto pay bills to avoid fees. Use bill calendars and reminders, and negotiate better rates for things such as internet or insurance. Step 7, review and adjust. Always remember, ask yourself, did you stick to the plan? What surprised you? Where did you overspend? Can I reduce the fixed cost? And are your goals on track? Budgeting is a cycle, it's not a one-time task. Common mistakes to avoid. In budgeting, it's often that people forget irregular expenses, and how to fix it is by creating a sinking fund while saving monthly for them. Next, they have unrealistic expectations for things such as trying to plan that in 1 or 2 years you can afford enough and save enough to buy a house. That is unrealistic, and start slow and be honest to yourself. Not tracking cash and letting it go out of hand and only focusing on your digital money. Use something to keep a track of where your cash is going. Giving up after failure. Just because you might have failed one budget doesn't necessarily mean that everything will go wrong. You can try again, make something new, or adjust it. Don't just abandon it. Lastly, budgeting for goals that you don't care about. Only budget for things that actually matter to you, however important they are, and don't budget for random things because you'll be demotivated and unlikely to move towards them. Advanced concepts in budgeting. Sinking funds. These are pre-saved small amounts for irregular costs such as travel, birthdays, and annual bills. A budget buffer is always keeping a buffer such as $500 to $1,000 in checking to avoid overdrafts. The FIRE budgeting, financial independence, retire early. Extreme saving and investing mindset, where budgeting focuses on cutting 50 to 70% of your expenses to retire young. And reverse budgeting. Start by listing your goals and required savings, then budget backwards for your needs and wants. Also, try and remember that budgeting ties into many other money areas such as saving, investing, debt, emergency funds, and financial independence. Bonus tips for budgeting. 1. It's there for different lifestyles. For students, prioritize books, rent, food, and use student discounts everywhere. Track small expenses like rides, snacks, and subscription. For families, it's joint budgeting where the communication is key. Include categories like childcare, school fees, and family outings. Plan for seasonal spikes like back to school or birthdays. Freelancers have average monthly income over 6 months and save extra in months of surplus. Budget for taxes and insurance separately. Emergency fund, have at least 6 months of living expenses. And for people in debt, focus heavily on tracking. Use the debt snowball, which is the smallest to largest, or avalanche, which is the highest interest to the lowest. Eliminate wants temporarily and budget in line with payoff milestones. Try to visualize your success and gamify your budget by trying to make it more fun and possible that people actually want to do it, and track goals visually with charts or jars. Reward your milestones and celebrate your wins without sabotaging your process. Have an accountability partner and share goals with a trusted friend or family member, and name your accounts. Let's say you had a vacation fund and name it your any account. Thank you, and don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Remember, be smart, stay smart, and achieve your financial goals. Don't forget to share the video with anyone and put any feedback you want in the comments.